So this is a kind of pre-screening effort.
Researcher Mike Bondman and his staff are looking for genetic resistance in seed lines against a pathogen or virus that is devastating wheat crops in Africa.
Those that pass this initial screen that are resistant, we will send on to Kenya for testing against a new, very virulent race of the stem rust pathogen.
The National Small Grains Collection here in Aberdeen, Idaho, is one of a handful of research facilities worldwide that archive seed collections called accessions from different parts of the globe.
Many of these accessions are old varieties that were farmed by people hundreds or perhaps even thousands of years.
Bondman says some may not adapt well to modern high-yield agricultural production, but they could have a genetic resistance to diseases like the new strain of stem rust pathogen in Africa.
And we're trying to discover those resistant accessions and then use those genes and make them available to plant breeders for deployment in modern cultivars. So this is an example of a rust on a small grain.
Most experts agree that part of the long-term solution to the food crisis is improving the disease resistance of crops and increasing yields on farmland already under production worldwide. Mike Bondman says that will take a robust research program.
The best arable land is diminishing because of urbanization in many countries. And so you have to produce more yield on the land that you do have. This is the genus for wheat.
There are 130,000 different seed varieties of wheat, oats, rice, barley, and rye in the National Small Grains Collection from all over the world. Through these secure doors is the wheat collection with 55,000 varieties. Each is cataloged in a computer database, including where it was collected. Known traits such as a particular disease resistance are also recorded. Bondman says the collection is a genetic treasure trove.
Online we have a database that plant breeders can go in and search if they're interested in a particular trait, let's say resistance to stripe rust disease, for example. They can go in and search the database and find all of the accessions that we've identified that are resistant to stripe rust disease.
Developing a new seed line with a particular trait can take as long as 10 years. Seeds are crossbred in the greenhouse and the field until the desired traits become dominant.
A breeder might find in the crossing, in their evaluation, that a certain variety is resistant to a strain of a disease or a disease. They'll take that and cross it to another variety that may be susceptible, but the other parent may have very good yield and other wonderful grain quality.
Farmers often see high yields after introducing a new seed line into the field. Eventually, natural pathogens in the environment adapt to the new seed line, and the seeds lose their disease resistance. After several years, yields begin to decline.
You need a strategy, a genetic strategy for incorporating new and diverse sources of disease resistance into crops like wheat, barley and oats, potatoes, so that we're less vulnerable to changes in pathogen populations.
Researchers say it is a constant biological cat-and-mouse game between farmers and the natural environment. It's a difficult challenge, and the people at the Small Grains Collection hope to play a critical role. Jeff Swicord, VOA News, Aberdeen, Idaho.